Congratulations, Kojiro! It's amazing that you passed that tough school! I'm Eijiro Maizuru, a second-year high school student. I lost my father at an early age and live with my mother and younger brother. We're not wealthy, but we're a happy family. Thanks, big brother. I could do my best because you're always cheering for me. I congratulated my younger brother, Kojiro, who is 2 years younger, and he smiled happily. Then I'll treat my cute little brother to a celebration. I just got my part-time pay, so let's go all out. No, it's fine. You should use it for yourself. No, I want to do something for you. You're my cute little brother after all. I see. Thanks. The brother who unlocked his academic potential is my greatest pride. Then, time passed, and my brother successfully entered high school. Shortly after, I was approached by my mother for consultation. Huh? He wants to be a lawyer? Kojiro?
Yes, that's right. He says he wants to take the bar exam after graduating from high school.
No, I think it would be better to study something more specialized in college.
Right. I'll make sure to explain it properly. Eiichiro will also go to college next year, so I'll need to work even harder.
About that, I'm going to work after high school. I don't have a specific goal for the future, and I think I'll just be wasting money if I went to college. But Kojiro is different. He has a big dream, and I want him to achieve it. That's why I want Kojiro to go to college.
Eiichiro, is it really okay? Won't you regret it?
I won't regret it. Honestly, if I can help Kojiro's dream come true, I'll be proud as his older brother. Though I didn't say it, I knew it would be tough for us to get by on just my mother's income. So, I figured it would be better for me to work and cover living expenses.
I see. Thank you, Eiichiro.
So I decided to pursue a career and started working as a full-time employee at a local company. However, a year later, an unexpected event happened. My mother, who had been healthy, suddenly became ill, and it became difficult for her to continue working. With the current income, things are tough. Kojiro wants to go to a local national university, but there are still a lot of expenses involved. I was desperate and looked at high-income job pages on job sites, but most of them were in the sex industry. Looking for cabaret club manager candidate, with a monthly salary nearly 3 times what I currently earn. After much deliberation, I decided to step into the world of the sex industry. My mother was worried, but I convinced her that I had confidence in my physical strength. I kept it a secret from Kojiro, not wanting to worry him about his upcoming university entrance exams. I told my mother that I was transferring to a distant location for work, and I moved out of the house and entered the store's dormitory. Welcome! Do you have a reservation? I was aware that I had entered a different world, but I worked hard to make it work.
Hey, new guy. You're doing well. If you run into any trouble, feel free to ask me anytime.
She's Ari Takurami, the #1 cabaret girl at the store, and she's kind to me, a new employee.
You're saving up money for your dreams, right? That's wonderful. I'm rooting for you.
Yes, I'll do my best. Technically, it's for my brother's dream. I had told some people, including the owner and Ari, that I started working here because I needed money. After completing a 3-month training period, I received the salary promised by the job site, and my monthly remittances to my mother increased significantly, which relieved my daily stress. Later, my brother passed the entrance exam for the law department at a local national university. I was able to cover all the expenses for the exam fees and entrance fees. 4 years later, I continued to work at the cabaret. My mother's illness wasn't improving, and I wanted to continue the high-paying job to support my brother's education. Kojiro seems busy with his studies, but I wonder if he's not overdoing it. When I went to visit my mother a little while ago, I couldn't meet Kojiro, and I began to worry more.
Maizuru, I have a favor to ask.
After work one day, Ari stopped me.
I left my pouch at the shop. Could you go get it for me? You're holding the shop's key, right?
Sure, you've helped me a lot, so I'll get it right away. My heart races as Adi smiles and thanks me. But the next day, an incident occurred. What the heck is this? The cash in the envelope has been replaced with pieces of paper. The money for today's salary distribution. The owner says that all the cash in the safe has been replaced with paper. After yesterday's shift, the envelope definitely had money in it. I put it in the safe and came in earlier than anyone else today. So, whoever stole it must have snuck in after I left, in the middle of the night. Maizuru, do you know anyone? A bad feeling rushes over me. The only person besides the owner who has the shop key is me. And I came here last night to pick up Adi's lost item. I did enter the store last night at Adi's request, but I don't have the key to the safe, so there's no way I could have stolen it. I desperately argue with the owner, but...
I did ask Maizuru to go get my pouch. But it was only because he said he had something to do at the shop. I just asked him as a favor.
What? I never said that. What? Are you saying Adi's lying? Adi, who is kind to everyone, is trusted by the owner, and the owner begins to doubt me more. I checked the security cameras in the elevator and hallway, but you were the only one going in and out last night. You may have secretly made a copy of the safe's key.
Maizuru, you needed money for your dreams, right? I thought so.
No, that's not true. It wasn't me. Adi's lying. I'm sure of it. But the owner didn't listen and called the police. I was taken in for questioning. I wonder what's going to happen from here. In the end, I was released by the police due to insufficient evidence, but I may still be called in for questioning in the future. Thinking of the tiniest possibility, I emailed my mother about the situation before voluntarily accompanying the police. I was effectively fired from my job. In the world of the sex industry, there are still stores that don't have proper employment contracts or work regulations. Our store was one of them. As I walked with various worries on my mind, Big brother! It was Kojiro, my younger brother, who called out to me and ran over. I was surprised to see him there. I heard from Mom. She said you were in a tough situation. I see. So that's why you came to check on me. Sorry for worrying you. I'm okay though. You're not okay. How long are you planning to carry everything on your own just because you're my older brother? I'm not a kid anymore. I want you to rely on me a little. Kojiro, you've really grown up and became an adult since I last saw you. I understand. I'll tell you everything that happened. We moved to a family restaurant, and I told Kojiro everything that had happened. I believe in your innocence. Thanks, Kojiro. But I was worried because things were going well financially, so I thought you were doing a dangerous job, but I never expected you to be involved in a sex industry. I guess that's the case. I was an idiot. If only I had at least made sure to sign a proper contract. I need to find a new job where I can earn about the same salary as now. Oh, don't worry about that. Once I graduate from college, I'll become a judicial trainee, so I'll be getting a stipend. I've already been accepted at a law office, and once my training is done, I'll work there. Wait, you passed without going to grad school? Impressive! I was able to pass because I studied specialized things in college. If I had been a high school graduate, I might not have passed so quickly. Kojiro studied for the preliminary exams and bar exams while attending university, and was apparently also moving forward with job hunting. That must have been busy. This is all because you worked so hard for me, big brother. You knew about it? Yeah, that day, I overheard you and Mom talking. I knew you would prioritize me no matter what I said, so I didn't try to oppose it. Kojiro. Hey, big brother, how about I ask the director of the law office to hire you too? I'll talk to them. Huh? No, that's not right. It's okay. I was really in demand and busy, so I'm sure they'll listen to me. I've always wanted to repay you, big brother. Isn't this the time? Let me do something a little unreasonable for once. Kojiro. Also, I'm not the only one who's grateful to you, big brother. Mom has finally recovered, and it's been decided that she'll return to work. Mom and I can handle taking care of you from now on. So, please come back home. Thank you, Kojiro. So I decided to quit working at the cabaret and go back home.
I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you, Eiichiro.
Mom, I'll make sure to repay you, so please rest well now. Then, Kojiro introduced me to his job at Lovekoi Law Office. I consulted with them about how to handle the incident at the cabaret, and as a result, I didn't get arrested. Furthermore, when I asked the director for advice, it turned out that a staff member had just retired.
Although I heard you're on a medical leave, I couldn't just leave someone with your experience in such a situation.
No, I've been looking for work as well, and I would really like to accept this offer. Thanks to Kojiro, I really ended up finding a job. Meanwhile, Ari Takurami, having retired from the sex industry, had started a cosmetics company called Ikasama Cosmetics.
The successful launch of the company is thanks to Katsuki and the others. Thank you.
No, your natural talent is also a huge factor. You really know how to get money from a rich old man.
I get men to do exactly what I want with just a little sweet talk. Life is easy for me.
Ari, who is dating Katsugi, smiles wickedly. Time passed, and I became 27 years old. I still work as a clerk at Lovekoi Law Office. A few months after I started working, Kojiro began working as well, and his work was incredible. Please sort these documents for this case and prepare them to be submitted to the court.
Got it.
And one person who diligently follows him is Karin Yosano. She's Kojiro's paralegal. A paralegal is a specialist who assists lawyers with their work in a law office. By the way, I also want to become a paralegal someday to support Kojiro, so I'm studying law every day.
You're amazing, Maizuru-san, both in your studies and work.
No, I'm just desperately trying not to be a hindrance to my talented younger brother. I still feel like I haven't been able to help him as much as you, Yosano-san, but I'm working on it.
I'm sure Maizuru-sensei will appreciate that feeling. Also, Maizuru-sensei always brags about you. There aren't many families where people care about each other this much, are there? So I'm not only envious, but also happy that I can work with such a wonderful older brother of him like you.
Huh? What do you mean? Just as I was about to ask what she meant, Yosano-san, we were just having a little chat. Oh, were you in the middle of a romantic meeting?
No, we were just talking for a bit.
I see. I thought Yosano-san wouldn't mind if you were dating my brother. What are you talking about? And I missed a chance to ask my question.
By the way, if we're talking about the thing, shouldn't we tell Maizuru-san soon?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. What's the thing? The content shared by my brother and Yosano left me stunned, as if I had been struck by lightning. A few weeks later, I, Yosano-san, and Kojiro arrived at a year-end party venue. Whoa, this place is amazing!
I'm starting to feel like I don't belong here.
Well, it's a year-end party for emerging entrepreneurs, so it has to be this glamorous, right? Looking at it again, the name is packed with things to tease.
Oh, Maizuru-kun, it's been a while.
Ari-san. As I was talking, I was called over by Ari Takurami. It seems she too was invited to the new and promising entrepreneurs only year-end party.
So, are you also a business owner since you're here?
No, I'm here with my colleagues.
Oh, I see. So, Maizuru-kun, are you an employee at one of their companies? Nice to meet you. I'm Ari Takurami, the president of Ikasame Cosmetics, a cosmetics company. Ikasama Cosmetics? I've heard of it.
It's been all over social media recently, hasn't it? Ikasama Cosmetics succeeded with its social media video strategy aimed at younger audiences, and now it seems like their sales are steadily increasing.
I'm so glad you know about it. By the way, has he caused you any trouble? Actually, he was suspected of stealing at his previous job.
Ari speaks with a tone that makes it seem like she's genuinely concerned. The thickness of her skin sends shivers down my arm at that moment.
Huh? What's going on?
Suddenly, the lights in the venue go out, and a large monitor on stage starts playing a video. The location appears to be some kind of bar. Ari Takurami and Katsugi Katabo are drunkenly causing a ruckus.
Ugh, that old man is so persistent. He thinks he can pressure me just because he's a single rich guy who invested in my company.
Should we teach him a lesson? Let's drug him with strong alcohol, take a picture of him and me in bed together, and then blackmail him for money. It'll be a 2-in-1 deal, right? By the way, is the FXC thing still fine?
It's fine. As long as we say there's individual variation in results, it's okay. Honestly, it's the fools who get fooled by social media. The stupid customers who take information at face value will never sue us.
That's perfect. Selling cosmetics is so easy and profitable.
What is this?
The lights in the venue come back on, and Ari Takurami stands there dumbfounded. Then, if what was shown in the video is true, it could lead to charges like extortion, violation of the Pharmaceutical Affairs Law, and the Act Against Deceptive Advertising. Kojiro's cold voice echoes through the room, and Ari shrinks back.
What's this?
Oh, my apologies. I should have introduced myself earlier. I'm Maizuru Kojiro, an attorney at Lovekoi Law Office, and the younger brother of Maizuru Eiichiro. Today, we held this imaginary year-end party for you, Ari Takurami. Yes, this year-end party was set up specifically to expose Ari, and it seems Kojiro and Yosano-san had been working tirelessly to gather evidence. I only found out about it a few weeks ago. The guests here were all invited by us, but I think you might recognize some of them. For example, this man here.
This is the man who invested a large sum into Ikasama Cosmetics. He plans to sue you for marriage fraud, claiming you tricked him into giving you money by making marriage proposals.
Also, there are many customers of Ikasama Cosmetics here. All of them have come to consult with Lovekoi Law Office and plan to file lawsuits against you.
This is the end for your company. But this isn't over yet. You mean there's still more?
Of course. There is no way I would forgive someone who tried to frame my brother.
I didn't do anything. Your brother stole the store's money.
Are you still saying that? Let's watch the rest of the video then. Yosano-san, please. When Yosano-san operates her phone, the venue goes dark again, and the video starts playing once more. It wasn't me. Ari planned everything. Oh? What kind of plan was that? We knew when the owner would put the cash for the payroll into the store's safe for one day. We studied the timing and the envelope he used, so then... According to him, after learning when the owner withdrew the money from the bank, they attacked with their friends. While the owner was distracted, they swapped the cash-filled envelopes with ones full of paper. In other words, they never even needed to break into the safe or enter the store in the first place. The owner thought we attacked him for a robbery, and we deliberately let him escape by making him think he got away. I see. The owner, thinking he had escaped danger, mistook the envelopes for real money, when in fact they were just paper. Then late at night, we made the staff with the key go get the forgotten item. Ari had someone she could easily blame for this, someone naive enough. I see. Well, I've told you everything. You'll let me go as promised, right? Yes, I'll let you go as promised. But how do you think the police, who have been listening in the hallway, will handle this? At the same time as Kojiro's words, several male detectives burst into the room and surround Katsuki. Hey, that's dirty! You're a lawyer, aren't you? Yes, and I know that letting you escape here would be a crime. Sorry, but I have no intention of becoming a criminal for your sake. The video suddenly cuts off.
If we get solid evidence from Katsuki's testimony, the police will turn their attention to you as well. I won't let anyone claim that Eiichiro committed theft.
My brother worked so hard for our family. I'll never forgive you for using him as a pawn in your trap. My brother's defense will be handled by our office's director. By the way, I'll never defend you, no matter what happens. Indeed, I was too naive. But no matter how gentle a person is, there are things they can't just let slide. I've been desperate to help my brother, and I put everything else aside. But now, I'll file a lawsuit for wrongful termination. This so-called imaginary year-end party closes with my declaration to Ari, who looks like the world has ended. Afterward, Ari Takurami, Katsugi Katabo, and their accomplices were arrested for various crimes. The bad reputation for violating the Pharmaceutical Affairs Law and the Act Against Deceptive Advertising spread quickly, and Ikasama Cosmetics went bankrupt shortly after. Also, I filed a lawsuit for wrongful termination against my former cabaret job. Though there have been improvements, the sex industry still has too many wrongful terminations. I hope that soon, everyone working in the nightlife industry will receive fair treatment as a matter of course. Kojiro, Yosano-san, I want to thank you again for everything the other day. A few days after that imaginary year-end party, the three of us held another year-end gathering at my parents' house with my mother. I only did what was right for my benefactor.
Well, if we're talking about giving back, there's still so much I haven't repaid to you, Eiichiro.
It's fine, Mom. I don't want you overdoing it and making your illness come back.
What a wonderful family you have. I feel bad intruding, even though I'm just a colleague.
Then, shall we become a real family?
Huh?
I heard from my brother. He said you did a lot for me the other day. I had been slowly becoming more aware of you, Yosano-san. But your actions for my sake made me so happy, and I ended up falling for you. Karin Yosano, would you go out with me? Our actions, driven by our concern for the family, have strengthened our bonds through many twists and turns. That's something you can't gain if you're always scheming for your own advantage at the expense of others.
Yes, of course, I'd be happy to.
I'll pray for us to have someone to love and cherish, now and in the years to come, at the first shrine visit of the new year.
No matter how far I try to push it away, this feeling tries to come back whenever it finds a gap. So I decided to seal it away deep inside my heart and only look at the path I should walk. Yet,
Takahide, leave me alone!
do whatever you want. What awaited me was my first big fight with her, and her storming out of the room at the end of it. I couldn't pull off the surprise. 3 months earlier, I was having a video call at home with my former boss, department head Isaka. To headquarters? My name is Takahide Nogari. I'm a 29-year-old salesman working at a local advertising agency, Love Koi Kikaku. While I initially worked at the headquarters when I joined the company 4 years ago, department head Isaka, who had taken good care of me, lost a power struggle within the company. And I, too, was transferred here to a company on the verge of bankruptcy. But...
That's right. You don't have to languish in the branch office anymore. I want you to demonstrate your abilities under me again.
once again, there was a political upheaval at headquarters. Department head Isaka regained a prominent position and is trying to call me back. That's happy news, but...
What? I thought you'd be more pleased.
I faltered. Certainly, I have a dream of starting my own business. And for that reason, my true desire is to be tempered once more in the fiercely competitive advertising world of the city. Department head Isaka, I'm sorry. It's a very honorable offer, but I don't intend to return to headquarters.
I see. Well, it's you. I'm sure you're worried about the future of Love Koi Kikaku.
He hit the nail on the head. The people who come to mind are those at the company, and I've developed an attachment to them.
You're our savior. Thanks to you, we were saved from the brink of bankruptcy. Thank you.
President Okanaka and everyone at the company genuinely admire me. And then there's Noah.
I'm sorry for Takahide-kun being transferred, but I'm really grateful to have met you thanks to that.
Yes, Love Koi Kikaku has become like family to me now, and I'm on the verge of marrying one of my colleagues. So, I tried to suppress my feelings about returning to headquarters and move forward with my relationship with Noah, but...
I'm going to decline the offer to return to headquarters. First of all, I've never even heard of such an offer. You're going to decide on such an important matter without consulting me? Am I not your girlfriend?
Just as I offered her cake to start the main topic, Noah exploded in anger. I, too, was blamed for the decision I made for our future, and the argument escalated with tit-for-tat exchanges. And that's how it ended, with her storming out of the room after our first fight. The next morning, I went to work with a heavy heart and was called in by President Okanaka. "Excuse me, President, you called for me?" My voice trailed off. There was an unfamiliar person there.
Oh, you're here, Nogari-kun. Let me introduce you. This is Kawade-kun, who will be working as your replacement starting today. Please hand over your duties to him before you return to headquarters.
I'm Tetsuro Kawade. Pleased to meet you. I couldn't hide my agitation at this person named Kawade, who bowed his head as he spoke. Only the president knew that I had received an offer to return to headquarters, but... the official transfer order hasn't been issued yet, so what's the meaning of this?
Kawade-kun is a salesman who used to work at Soprano Advertising. I'm sure he'll be a good replacement for you.
I've heard about your great work, Mr. Nogari. Huh? Soprano Advertising is a competitor of our headquarters, right? Then he must be competent. Is it just me, or does he seem to have a sinister look in his eyes? Yes, I got tired of the hustle and bustle of the city and moved here after resigning a few months ago. But I pride myself on being a natural salesman, so please rest assured. I will surely lead this company even after Mr. Nogari is gone. Huh? Did you just say gone or no longer here?
What are you talking about? Come on, let's introduce Kawade-kun to everyone. And of course, let's celebrate your return to headquarters.
No, President, somehow, right now.
Everyone, listen up! Our hero, Nogari-kun, who saved our company, has decided to return to headquarters. And this is Kawade-kun, whom he has chosen as his successor. But first, let's celebrate Nogari-kun's return to headquarters. Everyone, applaud!
I was enveloped in a thunderous applause.
Congratulations!
As expected!
Words of congratulations were directed at me one after another. Of course, everyone meant well, but... I'm worried about everyone and still undecided. With mixed feelings, I averted my gaze, and there I saw Noah, standing apart from the celebratory circle. Later, I brought Kawade-kun to Katawa Brewery, one of our clients, for the handover. Although it's called a brewery, it's actually a sales agency for local craft beers. I see! I heard that President Katawa's skills have made these local beers popular nationwide. Yeah, and every year around this time, they entrust our company with creating an advertising video for the summer beer sales campaign. It's a job that accounts for a large portion of our first half sales, so... I understand. You want me to take over this project. He has a way of saying things that sometimes rubs me the wrong way. But perhaps that's just my oversensitivity due to my indecision. Well, let's go. Unable to make up my mind, I simply went with the flow and entered the company with Kawade-kun.
Oh, returning to headquarters? That's wonderful news!
We were shown into the president's office. When I reported the handover, President Katawa was as happy as if it were his own matter.
It's been 4 years already, hasn't it?
since I received a cold call from Nogari-kun and Nao-chan. Yes, this was the first client I gained after coming to Love Koi Kikaku. Memories of the day the contract was signed came flooding back.
We did it, Mr. Nogari! As expected of someone from headquarters.
It's all thanks to Kanzaki-san for creating such a wonderful promo. It's hard to believe she's a fresh graduate. In the oppressive atmosphere of a company on the verge of bankruptcy, Noah, a fresh graduate, and I, who had been transferred, worked tirelessly and won this major contract. I think that's when the atmosphere in the company started to change. And that's also the day our relationship began. So, how about puppy thrown from the terrace? That voice snapped me back to reality. Kawade-kun was currently discussing the name of a new craft beer with President Katao. No, I think that would be overshadowed by the impact of Wednesday's cat. Wait! No way! That would cause a firestorm! Well, wouldn't you be curious about what it tastes like? If I were a consumer, I'd be more concerned about the developer's sanity than the taste of the beer. Don't you agree, President Katao? Hey, that's a rude way to ask. Well, now, both of you. In the end, President Katawa was left trying to smooth things over, and an awkward silence filled the room. Hey, what was that meeting about? What do you mean? On our way back from the nerve-wracking meeting, I confronted him. You were butting in too much after that, too, even about logistics and pricing. We're an advertising agency. Well, I learned a lot from business owners in the city in my previous job. I was just giving some advice to the president of this small-town company. I couldn't believe my ears. My tone naturally became heated. Hey, sure, the city is a fiercely competitive advertising scene, but that doesn't give you the right to look down on the countryside. And like when you were asked for beer name suggestions, your proposals are way too outlandish. I like to add surprise elements to my plans, and I value them, but... Shut up! What? Don't whine when you're leaving, just leave it to me. This small-town job is way too easy and boring for me anyway. Oh, but Noah-chan was it? I'm looking forward to working with that cute girl. Hey, don't lay a finger on Noah. Oh my, that's rich coming from the guy who had a big fight with her and is now being given the cold shoulder. I was at a loss for words. Yes, while everyone was celebrating my return to headquarters, Noah was the only one standing apart. Since we're usually a close couple, that scene stood out, and news of our fight quickly spread throughout the company. We had a fight, but we didn't break up. But you're going to headquarters. You and me, separated? Who do you think she'll choose? Leaving those words behind, Kawade returned to the company. I couldn't bring myself to follow him immediately. As Kawade said, Noah has always been the creative director in charge of this project. Back at the company, Kawade immediately took advantage of that and approached her. Hey, Noah-chan, how are the ideas for the beer commercial coming along? Oh, right, let's go grab dinner. I'll give you some advice. But Noah remained completely unfazed. Seeing this from the corner of my eye, I breathed a sigh of relief. Wait, Noah! After Kawade left, I called out to her. After a night's sleep, my head had cleared and I apologized. I'm sorry for not consulting you, but I...
And? What are you going to do about returning to headquarters?
I'm still not sure. I do want to go back to headquarters with an eye on starting my own business, but I also like everyone here and I'm worried about them. And then there's our future, Noah. So yesterday, actually,
It seems I was right after all.
Huh? What? Wait a minute, Noah. For the next few days, despite my distrust, Kawade seemed to be doing his job properly. Noah-chan, I'd like to see the past materials for the beer campaign.
I've compiled them here.
Wow, you work fast!
You're a little too close. Please keep your distance.
Noah, she's not making up with me, but she doesn't seem to be falling for Kawade's charms either. Phew. Kawade is at least serious about his work. Maybe I'm being too suspicious. Thinking this, I watched Noah leave and quietly slipped away. So... She's a tough nut to crack. Then there's no point in using her anymore. Oh dear, she's already gone. I didn't hear those words Kawade muttered to himself. That night, I was having a video call with department head Isaka. Unusually, he was the one who called me.
So, you're coming back?
Yes, well, if the transfer order is issued, I can't really refuse.
But I wanted you to come back of your own volition. That's why I didn't issue the order.
Yes, I had finally decided to accept the offer to return to headquarters. Love Koikikaku seems to be doing fine. Indeed, Love Koikikaku seemed to be running smoothly without any problems. I was worried about Noah, but the atmosphere wasn't conducive to moving our relationship forward right now.
I invited you to headquarters, but are you really sure about this? It's the company you rebuilt, isn't it?
Yes, the man the president hired as my replacement seems competent enough.
Oh?
His name is Kawade. I heard he used to work at Soprano Advertising until recently. Department head Isaka's eyebrows twitched slightly. Is something wrong?
No, I just used to see people from that company a lot at competitions when I was working in the field. I still keep in touch with some of them. I think I heard the name Kawade mentioned as a troublemaker. Apparently, he...
The next morning, a female employee rushed up to me as I arrived at work with a grim expression.
Mr. Nogari, it's terrible. Come quickly. Apparently, Mr. Kawade directly appealed to the president to remove Kanzaki-san from the Kato Brewery project. And Kanzaki-san overheard it, and the office is in chaos now.
What? Just as she said, the office was in an uproar.
Why should I be removed? I've been the creative director for the beer campaign for 4 years. This is outrageous, President.
I'm saying I want to review it from scratch. President, you're leaving this matter to me, right?
Well, that...
The president was stammering. No wonder. He was caught between Kawade, whom he had brought in as my replacement, and Noah, who had been in charge for a long time.
I'm not saying I won't leave it to you. We'll just have an internal competition to reselect the director. If you say you're the best person for the job, prove it.
This is the information I got from department head Isaka. I can't believe it came in handy so quickly. Hey, Kawade-kun, is this competition really fair?
What are you? The guy who's leaving shouldn't interfere.
Kawade, noticing my presence, tried to brush me off, but faltered when he saw my expression. Department head Isaka has an acquaintance at Soprano Advertising, and he seems to have heard about you from that person. About how you are forced to resign.
That's...
Voluntary resignation? What do you mean?
He was considered a problem because he would use his position to pressure female creators and designers into relationships. His main tactic was to offer them positions on projects he was in charge of, giving them preferential treatment in internal competitions and such.
No way.
Yes, he was initially targeting Noah, but since she didn't give in, he removed you. And tried to use the bait of your replacement position to approach someone else.
Don't be ridiculous. I was just trying to improve the project.
Kawade tried to defend himself, but then a hand shot up.
Actually, he said that to me yesterday. He asked if I would go out with him if he made me the creative director for this project. I didn't take him seriously at that time, but...
Her statement caused everyone to glare at Kawade.
He's totally guilty!
He's the worst!
Don't look at me like that! Don't look at me with those eyes!
Kawade looked at with disdain, clutched his head and sank to his knees. That was the moment he lost his place in the company. I was about to try to calm the situation when... President Katao, what can I do for you? Perhaps I answered the phone in an unconventional way because I had a bad feeling at that point. And as expected...
Hey, put that chest hair having delusional creepy bastard on the phone!
Huh? Chest hair having? Delusional? What? The ominous atmosphere made everyone's eyes focus on me. Are you referring to Kawade? Did he do something?
Haven't you heard? Then you bring that chest hair having delusional creepy bastard to me right now. Or I'm cutting off all business with Love Koikikaku.
No, but President Katao... The call cut off abruptly. Hey, Kawade, what the hell did you do? I asked Kawade, suppressing my anger. But then I finally realized that Kawade was gone. Wait, where's Kawade?
Wait, he's right. He was just here.
No way, he disappeared.
Nogari-kun, what in the world happened?
Well, I'm not entirely sure of the details, but actually... I explained the situation. Everyone's faces clouded over.
But Katao Brewery is our biggest client. If they cut us off this company...
Imagining the worst case scenario, a heavy silence fell over the room. No, it's not over yet. It's not decided yet.
Takahide-kun.
I'll go meet with President Katao now. I'm the closest to him. We need to assess the situation first.
Yes, let's leave it to Nogari-kun. Everyone else, search for Kawade-kun.
Yes.
Damn it, how did this happen? Driving the company car, I couldn't help but curse. I had my doubts about Kawade, but my indecision about returning to headquarters made me realize the situation too late. If I had intended to stay with this company, if I had been prepared to stay with Noah, even if it meant suppressing my own ambitions. Damn it, please let this be a situation that can still be salvaged. And so, I arrived at Katawa Brewery and was led by the receptionist to the president's office.
President, Mr. Nogari from Lovekoi Kikaku is here.
It's Nogari, excuse me. I suppressed my urge to rush in and passed through the door opened by the receptionist. But when I entered the president's office, there was no one inside. The curtains were drawn and the lights were off. Where is President Katao? Wait, what? I tried to ask the receptionist, but she closed the door without saying a word. And then it became completely dark. What? What's going on? As I panicked, a video started playing on the large monitor on the desk. Huh? Is this the advertising video for the beer campaign? Wait, did we make this? My bewilderment increased, but then I finally realized. No, there are even new products. This is this year's video. But why does this exist? But I forgot all about those questions and became captivated by the video. Wow, this is amazing! It's easy to understand, consumer-oriented, and yet it has a playful touch. As the video ended and I was basking in the afterglow, the light switch clicked and the room lit up. I turned around in surprise, and there...
Surprise!
I was stunned by the people who were there. Huh? Noah? The president? President Katao? Everyone? And even Kawade? Everyone's smiles and the commercial I had just watched. My brain gradually pieced together the situation. So, it was a prank?
Yes? Yes. It's a farewell party for Takahide-kun. We asked President Katao to cooperate as well.
It's for Nogari-kun, so I was happy to participate.
And the Best Actor award goes to him.
I can finally introduce myself properly. Actually, I'm Nogari-san's junior, and I've come from headquarters. So, Department Head Isaka was in on it too?
Department Head Isaka was also worried about you. He thought you might suppress your own dreams out of concern for your current company.
I'm sorry for behaving like that toward you, even if it was a prank. Actually, I've been directing the creation of that video behind the scenes for the past 3 months.
Of course, I was the creative director.
I've been indebted to Department Head Isaka, and when I consulted him about wanting to work near my hometown, he offered me the opportunity to transfer to Lovekoi Kikaku as your replacement. Huh? Wait, why this elaborate prank?
Well, initially, we were just going to surprise you by showing you the finished video. But unexpectedly, you two had a fight, so we had to change our plans.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I never thought you'd bring up the topic of returning to headquarters on my birthday. And you had already made up your mind. And when I thought you gave it up for me, I got angry. I'm sorry for ruining the surprise you prepared for me. That cake, it had a ring in it, didn't it?
Whoa, you knew? How embarrassing! Yes, I had put an engagement ring inside that cake as a surprise. I was planning to tell you I was staying at the branch and propose to you.
So, we all hurriedly discussed it, and this prank came up.
I took the liberty of writing the script. Oh, I made it seem like I was hitting on Kanzaki-san simply as a little revenge on both of you. After all, you two had a fight a few days before the planned surprise, and since we had President Katao's cooperation, we couldn't postpone it. It was unexpected that Kanzaki-san's acting was so terrible, but please rest assured, I wasn't actually hitting on her.
Sorry. It turned into quite an elaborate prank. We wanted to make a great commercial without Takahide-kun knowing and reassure him that this company doesn't rely solely on Takahide-kun anymore.
Everyone's warm gazes were fixed on me. I was supposed to be the one concerned about everyone, but it turned out that everyone was concerned about me. I couldn't help but hug my girlfriend, with whom I had been fighting.
Takahide-kun?
I'm sorry, Noah. You put so much thought into this for me.
I'm sorry for getting angry too.
But if you were going to trick me, wouldn't it have been better for the story if Noah had fallen for Kawade-kun? Noah blushed slightly, averted her gaze, and murmured,
I didn't want to. Even if it was just acting, I didn't want Takahide-kun to see me fall for someone else.
Noah. This surprise was a sign of everyone's love for me, so that I could go back to headquarters with peace of mind and pursue my dream. Oh, I'm surrounded by such wonderful colleagues. Thank you all for doing this for me. And Noah, thank you for going this far for me and for getting angry with me. I'm sorry for being so unreliable and making you worry. I'm not much, but I'll work harder and become a better man, so... Noah Kanzaki, will you please continue to walk alongside me?
Yes, gladly.
We were showered with applause. Thus, the grand surprise and our first big fight came to an end.
Oh, President Katao? Yes, please leave the beer campaign to us again this year.
Several years later, even after I left, Love Koi Kikaku continued to improve its performance. President Katao's skills haven't diminished, and the close relationship between these two companies is rock solid. And I started my own business, and by my side is Noah, whom I headhunted as a creator. After that, we registered our marriage immediately and had a long-distance marriage, but we were finally able to start living together.
Takahide, President, about this matter.
Haha, it takes some getting used to, doesn't it? Our long-distance marriage ended, and now we're together at home and at work. The company's off to a good start. My motto is to create a workplace where superiors and subordinates can communicate their thoughts without hesitation. Just as I care about others, I am also cared for by others. I learned that on that day.